beautiful soul. This is Rochelle with the Healing Rose, your tarot and oracle reader. We're looking at the Folklore Oracle. This is from Gaida Rose and Hadass Knox. It is a rock pool deck. It's absolutely beautiful. So Gaida Rose is the illustrator for this deck. So we have 44 cards with this lovely finish to the box as this beautiful texture, which I love. I love when the boxes are textured, which is also the book has the same texture as the cards. This was one I wasn't sure. And I haven't had a chance to use it yet. And things have been a little bit crazy, so I opened it and took a look through on my drive back home from the metaphysical shop, and but have not had a chance to sit and shuffle and play with it. It is absolutely gorgeous. Like, the finish is not like, on one glance it kind of looks gold, but it has a slight, like, there's a green to it. It's absolutely stunning. I love that they do the little paper, because I love these for bookmarks. So it does have a very sweet little book. It's got these beautiful folk illustrations throughout. It has some spreads in here, and then we get into the cards. I'll just tuck that in there. So the backs are absolutely, I love the backs. Love, love, love the backs. They are just gorgeous. Ugh. So they do have a slight bow to them. And that's usually because when they're sitting on the shelf like this in the box, eventually gravity causes a bit of a bow. So it's just in how they're stored. I find once I start working with them, that goes away. So we have our number, a keyword, and then a little phrase at the bottom. So what within you needs to be refreshed? I love that. The silky, what must you sacrifice to find your way home? So we do have the same little border on each one, but I don't hate these borders because I love the gilding. If I didn't love the gilding so much, I might be tempted to trim it, but our words are put within the border. And honestly, these illustrations are gorgeous. I do quite love these illustrations. They are so beautiful. I tend to get caught up in the artwork. Honestly, I love the beautiful watercolor. I spent years painting with watercolor, so I'm still quite fascinated by the textures that you can achieve with it. It's such a beautiful media to work in. Journey, do you dare go in search of your destiny? I love that. I love this Vardo. And the border is gorgeous. Everything about this little deck. I liked it so much more than I thought. This is one that every time I went in, I was like, oh, look at that. And I would look at the box, and then I would go and purchase something else. And I would look at the box, and every single time I went in there, and the girl there, I mean woman, but she's half my age, so I mean, that's just, maybe it's just because I'm an old lady, I think like this, but and she says to me, she goes, you pick that up every single time you come in here. I looked at her, I said, I do. She's like, maybe you should just get it. And I'm like, maybe I will. Oh, I love this. Absolutely beautiful shapeshifter. Can you dance between forms? I just love the way this is done. It's very reminiscent of medieval illuminations. And Yeah, there's something about it. It's just a very interesting modern twist on the medieval illumination. I love this death card. How might an ending become a renewal? How are you protected with the hag stone? Yeah, it's very, it's lovely. And I love this creaminess to the borders. Just beautiful. All right, let us give it a little shuffle and see how it goes. And I find that if you do side shuffle, if you like give yourself enough space when you shuffle so you're not like hitting into it, your foil will last a lot longer. As opposed to the people that are really hard shufflers and they're always like hitting the cards against the cards to try to send things flying. I tend to be incredibly clumsy. So I tend to send cards flying regardless, just because I'm a bit of a klutz. That's all right. I'm okay with it. It used to drive me nuts that I wasn't more graceful shuffling because I've spent most of my life shuffling cards. But, you know, sometimes it's like that. So let's just break this deck in just a little bit. So it is a little stiff at first, but it's not taking a bend and holding it. And the cards are nicely separated. Sometimes it takes a bit with the foil edges to get the cards to not want to just be in a lump. All right. So, shall we do a little reading? Let's do 3 cards. All right. So, just so you're aware, I do offer private tarot and oracle readings and also rune readings if you so prefer. So get on my mailing list because my new subscribers are all getting a little bonus discount on their first reading. So we're going to use my signature Lady of the Lake spread. So the sword, what inner power or hidden strength is ready to rise within me? How can I tap into the deep well of wisdom and intuition available to me? And what blessing or lesson am I being offered through this magical connection? All right, so for everyone who is currently watching, a message for them. So the fairy ring. So what inner power, hidden strength is ready to rise within me? We have fairy ring. How can I tap into the deep well of wisdom and intuition available to me? And we have mumming. And what blessing or lesson am I being offered through this magical connection? And we have sleep. All right. Ugh, everything about this deck is gorgeous. All right, so let's read from the guidebook. Since it's a brand new deck, and I don't know all the cards yet. So the sword, the inner power or hidden strength ready to rise. So we get the lore, the meaning, and the diving deeper. So it says the fairy ring. How do you get to fairyland? I think I'll just read the meaning because there's a lot written here. Fairy rings speak to the importance of places where we can get lost. How can we ever hope to find ourselves without first losing ourselves for a while? In fairyland, time is an illusion. Is there a place you can travel, whether literal or within your own vivid imagination, where stories buzz and time seems to slip away? Seek out your own portal to fairyland. Knowing where to go and how to get there will serve as an important tool when you feel weighed down by the mundane and seek a dose of otherworld enchantment. All right. Interesting. Is there a place you can travel where stories buzz and time seems to slip away? Seek out your own portal to fairyland. Knowing where to go and how to get there will serve as an important tool when you feel weighed down by the mundane and seek a dose of otherworld enchantment. Interesting. I love that. So the inner strength, the the inner power, hidden strength? How do you get to fairyland? What is your means of escaping the mundane and embracing the enchanted realm? Is it a daydream? Is it going deeper into meditation? Do you have ritual practice that you experience? Do you just go and sit in nature? Like, how do you allow yourself to embrace what is more magical within your life? Where do you let yourself embrace that? I love that. The importance of places where we can get lost. That's beautiful. Okay, so how can I tap into the deep well of wisdom and intuition available to me? We have mumming. What joy is knocking at your door? Okay. So mummers bring joy, luck, wit, and merriment, most commonly during Christmas and New Year period. They foster a sense of community. Pardon me. Okay. Community, neighborly generosity, and fun. So long as you don't refuse them. Is your door open to good fortune? Can you find the celebration in daily life? Do you make space for silliness, joy, and humor for the benefit of yourself and those around you? So I love that. And I love this going deeper where it says it may be time to venture along a new route. Sometimes it takes stepping out of the confines of yourself and into an entirely wild and free frame of mind to gain the needed perspective. Perhaps you fear what others will think if you change. I love that. I love that. So what joy is knocking at your door? How can you allow yourself to be more free? How can you embrace joy? How can you make space for silliness and humor? Really interesting. So our reading so far really is about like escaping, embracing the enchanted. Allow yourself to get lost in the magic of whimsy. Allow yourself to bring joy into your life. So what lesson or blessing are we being offered through this magical connection? What message? What is it that you're being offered? Okay. We have sleep. What do your dreams illuminate? The conscious mind can only process so much. Finding yourself tossing and turning in your bed in deep slumber out of reach can be an indication of an unprocessed part of your day. Some overwhelm or sensitivity lingers. Your body tightens around it, hesitant to cross the bridge to dream world without resolution. Yet it is through this crossing that you might find what your subconscious already knows. The underworld can be an uncertain place, but travel there and you may find the surface world opening up for you in new ways. Oh, this is interesting because we were talking about the fairy portal, right? So in the going deeper, it says here, modern society can be swift to sweep dreams into the shadows, dismissing them as mere ephemeral wanderings of the mind. But trace the footprints of ancient civilizations, and you may recognize your dreams as more akin to portals. Keep a dream journal beside your bed and write down whatever you can remember as soon as you wake. The more you practice, the more you will remember. What do your dreams illuminate? I love that. Dreams as portals. And we're talking about like, what's your portal? How are you accessing the fairy realm, right? So maybe this is just a sign that you need to pay more attention to your dreams and allow yourself to have fun, right? So instead of being in this place, what are we missing? Our card here, we have mourning. What must be grieved? So instead of focusing on what has passed, maybe it is that the time for mourning, the time for grief is over. And now we need to step into the magical to bring joy back in. And to pay attention to our dreams, right? What are your dreams? Where do they want to take you? I love this. I'm really loving this sweet little oracle. Oh, I think it's going to be absolutely beautiful to work with. I mean, it's gorgeous. It is gorgeous, and I'm loving the guidebook. Brilliant offering. This is absolutely just a lovely, brilliant offering. Now I need to find the perfect tarot deck to read with it. I'm wondering. I have a couple of new decks, so we'll see. All right. So I hope that has resonated with you and that you enjoyed that little message and this look at this gorgeous deck. Thank you so much for watching. I so love and appreciate you. I hope you have an absolutely fabulous day, an amazing week.